Ronnie Wood has sent his thanks to fans of the Rolling Stones for their kind words following the death of his bandmate Charlie Watts. The drummer died on August 24, aged 80, with a statement saying he had passed away peacefully in hospital surrounded by his family. Taking to Twitter on Thursday, Ronnie, 74, shared a charcoal drawing of Charlie holding a saxophone. Alongside it, he wrote, "Thank you all for your condolences and kind tributes to Charlie. I feel the love you've been sending, it means so much." Charlie developed an interest in jazz at an early age and joined the band Blues Incorporated after it was formed in 1961. He left that band in January 1963 and joined the Rolling Stones as a drummer while also doubling as a designer of their record sleeves and tour stages. It comes after reports that the Rolling Stones will alter their world-famous logo on their upcoming tour in tribute to Charlie. Sir Mick Jagger, 78, Keith Richards, 77, and Ronnie have decided to make their tongue logo from red to black in memory of drummer Charlie, who died last month aged 80. According to The Sun, the new logo will be projected onto screens on the tour and will also be used on the band's merchandise. A source said, "They don't want it to be a concert that is a downer because they know fans have paid good money to see them. But it feels only right that they reference Charlie's passing because he was such a vital part of the band, and it will be strange for them all to not have him there. They think the plans make for a fitting tribute." Mail Online has contacted representatives of the Rolling Stones for comment. The Rolling Stones were reportedly forced to miss Charlie's funeral, which took place in Devon, due to COVID-19 restrictions. The group have remained in Boston amid pandemic rules, where they are rehearsing for their rescheduled world tour, which begins on September 26 in St. Louis, Missouri. Sam Cutler, the band's former tour manager, said it was fitting to learn his funeral had been private and believes he would have hated the fuss that involving the public would have brought. Writing about Charlie in the Mirror, Sam said he hated touring and bemoaned the fact he had to leave his house in order to play. He also said the drummer was completely devoted to his wife Shirley and would spend all his money on tour on phone calls with her. He wrote, "Theirs was a dreamily harmonious and loving relationship of mutual respect based upon the undeniably deep bonds of one another's hearts. They showed us all how to commit to the dream of love. Charlie loved Shirley with an abiding sincerity and passion his whole life." Sam added, "Charlie was in some senses an anomaly. In the entertainment industry, where bluster, fluster and muster are all, Charlie remained quietly confident, almost serene in his laid-back attitude, and possessed of an evergreen sense of humor." The musician died on August 24, aged 80, with a statement saying he had passed away peacefully in hospital surrounded by his family. It had been announced on August 5 that Charlie would not take part in the upcoming tour due to a recent emergency surgery and had been replaced with Steve Jordan. He said in a statement, "After all the disappointment with delays to the tour caused by COVID, I really don't want the many Stones fans in the States to have another postponement or cancellation. I have therefore asked my great friend Steve Jordan to stand in for me." Along with Mick and Keith, Charlie featured on every one of the band's studio albums. He was widely regarded as one of the greatest drummers of all time. His London publicist, Bernard Doherty, confirmed his passing in a statement, saying, "It is with immense sadness that we announce the death of our beloved Charlie Watts. He passed away peacefully in a London hospital earlier today, surrounded by his family. Charlie was a cherished husband, father and grandfather, and also as a member of the Rolling Stones, one of the greatest drummers of his generation. We kindly request that the privacy of his family, band members and close friends is respected at this difficult time. In 2004, Charlie was treated for throat cancer at London's Royal Marsden Hospital, and he was given the all-clear after a 4-month battle with the disease, involving 6 weeks of intensive radiotherapy treatment. The drummer was diagnosed after discovering a lump on the left side of his neck. Doctors performed a biopsy which confirmed the tumor was malignant, and he was diagnosed with throat cancer in June that year. History: alongside frontman Sir Mick and guitarist Keith, Charlie, pictured center, was among the longest-standing members of the Stones, which has seen a shifting lineup of musicians including Mick Taylor, Ronnie and Bill Wyman. His spokesman said at the time that Charlie's treatment had not interfered with any tour or recording plans for the group, who have been relaxing between work commitments. Following his recovery, the band began work on their 22nd studio album, A Bigger Bang. Charlie, who reportedly gave up smoking in the 1980s, said during an interview with Rolling Stone magazine at the time that he felt very lucky doctors had caught the cancer early.